Good morning, friends. Today our topic is Dick Whittington and his cat. 8th standard. This is the first lesson of 8th standard. Dick Whittington and his cat. There are so many tales in our world. Those tales they boost our knowledge and suggest us to do some good turns and be confident what we have. So this is the story about a small Dick who was an orphan. His parents were dead. How he was treated by the villagers, how he got entry in London, and how he got his cat, and how his cat makes him millionaire. It is a story about Dick. So, in detail, I will explain according to my knowledge. First of all, I will read passage wise and I will explain, and then I will give the detailed notes. The first, there was once a poor boy called Dick Whittington who lived in a small village in the south of England. He had no proper home for both his parents had died. So here already I told you that Dick, he was orphan. He had no parents. He had no parent. Anyhow, his life was going on. Who lived in a small village in the south of England. He had no proper home. Right? He had no proper home. He was orphan boy. He was orphan boy. He was unkindly treated by many of the villagers. One day, Dick overheard someone say that the streets of London were paved with gold, and he decided that he would go there at once and pick his fortune up in gold pieces from the streets for he thought people might treat him more kindly if he were rich. So what is condition? He is a poor boy. He had no parents, no relatives, and people from his village they did not treat him very kindly as he was an orphan boy. So many people they scold him. They did not treat him as a boy, right? So once he overheard that in London street, the street was paved with the golden brick. He lived here some in South London, and he wanted to go to London street where he could find golden brick paved which were paved in this road. It was its dream, and he was thinking that if I go at that street, if I pick a brick, what? If I pick a brick, then I will be a rich person. I will be a rich person, and people will treat me kindly, and I will be the rich person. In this paragraph, we learn that people only praise or people only respect the rich person. No one is going to respect the poor if you want to survive in the world, you will have to be a millionaire or a rich person. Right. So here, so what is the story? Till now, he is orphan, lived in a village south of England. Where he lived? He lived in south of England, and you all heard that in London street, the street were paved with golden brick, and he wanted to taste his fortune. He wanted to taste his fortune, and he wanted to be a millionaire. So young Dick set out to walk to London. He had not gone far when a man in a cart stopped and asked him if he was running away from home. I have no home, Dick answered. I am on my way to London to find my fortune. Here, the next plot, the next paragraph, what is there? The Dick said to go for London. Dick was running. Dick was running towards London. He was running. And while he was running, a carter man, he was also going by the street to London. And he said that whether he is running away from the house. What he said that? Are you running away from your house? Then the kind Dick said that, Uncle, I have no home. Uncle, I have no home. His expression was so emotional. He was so need of going to London. So the carter, he said him to sit in his cart, and he will drop to London. I have no home, Dick answered. I am on my way. I am going to London myself, said the carter. Jump up here beside me and we will journey together. He said that, don't worry boy, you will have to come with me and we will go to London and I will drop you and do your work. They arrived in London just before nightfall, and the carter left Dick and made his way to an inn. Poor Dick stood alone and looked around him in dismay. Where was all that fine gold? All he could see were dirty streets and lots of unfriendly people. He had now here to sleep, nowhere to sleep, and in the end he spent the night in the corner of an alley where he hoped he would come to no harm. Here the tragedy begins. The tragedy of Dick begins in London. They arrived in London, and the carter, he went to an inn where he could sleep, and he had he had breakfast. He had a dinner in the inn. Inn is, we can say that it is hotel where you can stay. But he has no money. Dick had no money, and so he was so frightened, and he was on the road where he only found the dirty roads. There was no gold or there was no golden bricks on the road. So he was thinking that why I came here, it would be harmful to me. Then it was falling night, so where to stay? There was no one who could help him. So he stayed at alley. Alley means a small passage between two buildings or two apartments, and here he asleep. Dick asleep in that place. Next, where was all the fine gold? The next morning, Dick woke up cold, miserable. Next morning, Dick woke up cold, miserable, and very hungry. He wandered around begging for food, but again and again people shouted at him, "Go away, you lazy fellow, be off with you," and aimed angry blows at his head. At last, he collapsed in the street and lay there too weak to look further for food. When the sun rises, he woke up. Dick woke up. When he woke up, he found unfriendly people. They were shouted at him. He was so hungry. He was begging for food, but they were thinking that he is a lazy boy and do not want to work harder. So they were blowing him. They were saying that go away from this. You are not allowed in this street. So he was confused. And he was hungry for 2 days as he had no money and he did not have his lunch or meals. By chance, Dick had fallen in front of a house belonging to a rich merchant called Mr. Fitzwarren. The cook was trying to drive Dick away when Mr. Fitzwarren returned home from inspecting his ships. He stopped and said to Dick, "Why don't you work if you need food?" Suddenly, his fate changes. When he was unconscious state, he fallen in front of a big merchant's house. The house belongs to Fitzwarren, who was a great merchant who sells, who sends his ships to another countries and earns money. His cook, a lady, she was shouting at Dick and saying that, "Why you laying here? Why you are here? Go away." That time, Fitzwarren, he came from his work and he saw that all the thing what was going on, and he said that, "Hey poor boy, if you want food, why can't you join me and work for me? I will give you food. I would work, said Dick, but I know nobody who will give me anything to do. Dick knew that. What he knew that? He knew that no one is willing him to work. He said that people are very unfriendly. If I want to work, they won't, and they won't give me any work. Take him into the kitchen. Mr. Forswarren ordered the cook. Feed him first and then find some work for him. Forswarren was a kind person. He said that he ordered the cook that take him into the house and give him some food and make some work for him. If there is no work, give him some smaller work, house chores that he could help, he could feed himself, and he should stand on his own feet. Right. So Dick could work and earn respectfully. What he could earn respectfully. So Dick was given a home and a living. He had a small corner of the attic to sleep in, and his job was to help the cook with all the pots and pans in the kitchen. Dick's life should have been much better than before, but he still had two difficulties to face. Right. Fitzwarren gave him shelter, food, money, all the things he had given him. But still, he had to face many problems. Right. So, where he was, what was his abode? His abode was an attic, which was a small room on the roof. Right. He has to sleep there. And what was his work? His work was very penny. He has to help the cook in the kitchen, to rinse the pan, to wash all the utensils and clean up, to do up the kitchen. The first was the attic he slept in was overrun by rats. It was flooded with cats. It was flooded with cats. Attic. Full of cats. Run over means full of something. And if there are cats, we cannot sleep well, right? Because they run here and there, right? They bite, right? They make some noise that was irksome. We won't want to tolerate that sound. So Dick was facing anyhow. The next problem is that at night they scampered all over him and kept him awake. After a time he solved this problem by saving the few pennies he was paid and buying himself a cat. In no time at all, the cat chased away all the rats and mice, and Dick was able to sleep peacefully. Right. What was his problem? His problem was that the attic was overrun by mice, and they make him awake whole the night. It was his first problem. But anyhow, he collected some money, he had some pennies, and he purchased a cat. That cat, what we call it, mouser, it was a good mouser that chased out all the rats from his attic, so he could live and sleep peacefully. So here what we learn that we have to face problem in our life. There is no face of problem. How the problem comes, right? How the problem comes, but we have to keep going on the path where we wanted any aim. Then we have to solve our problem. The Dick has problem that overrun of cat he has to solve, and he solved that problem by purchasing a good mouse. So students, in our lives there are many problems we have to face. Financial problem is there, emotional problem is there. So we have to face all the problems. We have to struggle, and without struggle we cannot gain any goal or any aim. So let us move. The other difficulty which was not so easy to overcome was the cook's bad temper. She shouted and screamed all day and would scold Dick and hit him with a wooden spoon even when he was working as hard as he could. The second problem was the cook. She was rude, cruel. Though Dick was doing his work with mindful, he was very hardworking boy, but she was a rude person and she was hitting him because she did not want him to work with her in the kitchen. Right? That she doesn't tolerate him in kitchen. One night, Dick decided he could stand it no more. Early the next morning, before the cook was up, he set out with his cat to seek his fortune elsewhere. The two of them walked as far as Holloway on their way out of London. Then Dick sat down on a stone to rest. It was the 1st of November, All Saints' Day, and the church bell were ringing. As Dick sat and listened, it seemed they were ringing out a message for him. Little bit Dick was shaken with the harassment by the cook, so he decided that he would find his fortune elsewhere, and he took his cat and he was walking out the house before the cook awake, and he was going, and when he went at Holloway, he find a church and where people gathered, and there were some prayers going on, and in front of that he found a bell, a large bell. Dick sat and listened. It seemed they were ringing out a message for him. There was a message for Dick. What was the message? Turn again, Wellington, thou worthy citizen, Lord Mayor of London. What was the message? Go away at Ford's Warren House. That is your fate, and you will be the mayor of London. So it was the message for him. Dick was in confusion where to go, at First Warren House or elsewhere. Lord Mayor of London, said Dick, I should like to be Lord Mayor and ride in a fine coach. I can put up with a few scolding from the cook if that is what is in store for me. So Dick and his cat retraced their step to Mr. Forsvaren's house. Put up means tolerate. Put up with. What is meant by that? Tolerate. He said that I will have to put up with the lady. If my fortune is there, if my fortune is waiting for me, then why should I go away from my fortune? I will find my fortune at Forsvaren's house, and I have to tolerate the lady who is in kitchen. Luckily, they were able to sleep back before they had been missed. Right, early in the morning, they were running out. But after hearing the message, he retracted his feet, and they both, the cat and the Dick, they asleep before other could get. Now Mr. Forsvaren used to send ship far across the sea to trade with other countries. He would load a ship with goods for the captain and ship's crew to sail in far away places, and then they would bring back goods that could be sold at home. Right. So, what was Forsvaren's trade? He sends ships to another country with loads, with goods, and after selling that item in another country, the captain would purchase the goods from that country, and they return back in London and they sell the merchandise. In this way, he could gain more profit. He could gain more profit by merchandising. One day he called his household together. I am sending a ship to the African coast to trade. He said, would any of you like to send something of yours on it? You can then share in the profits. If the voyage is successful, everyone produced something except for Dick, who had nothing to offer. Have you nothing of your own, Dick? Asked Mr. Fitzwarren kindly, and Dick replied, only mine. Fitzwarren was a very kind person. That day he announced and he called all his household, all his butler, all his servant, and he announced that my ship is going to African coast, and if you want to trade something, if you want to sell something, right, you will get it, and you will have your own share after selling that. If our voyage means traveling by sea or water, if it is successful, then you will be given your share. Or they give something to Fitzwarren to trade, but poor Dick, he has nothing to sell. When Fitzwarren asked him about his share, he said that I don't have anything to sell except this cat. The cat was his fortune. How could he sell that cat? As the cat was a good mouser, it made rats away from the attic. So he was in confusion whether he could sell out the cat or not. Then let you cat go on the ship, said Mr. Fitzwarren. His daughter Alice and said, Dick loves his cat, let me put something in for him. But her father said, No, it must be his, not something belonging to someone else. The new character comes, her name is Alice. She was daughter. She was first Warren's daughter. When first Warren asked Dick to sell his cat, Alice objected and she said that how he could sell his cat. Then first Warren said that he has to sell his cat because if anyone want to trade, anyone want to become a businessman, he has to sell his own goods. Alice offered some her own articles to Dick to sell on the name of Dick. But first Warren refused that. If he wants to make any business, so